In this video, we're going to talk about trout. They are one of the most widespread and fascinating fish on the entire planet, found in these beautiful, cool, clear waters, everything from mountain streams to massive lakes. So what exactly makes them so special? Well, let's dive in and find out. To kick things off, here's a little question for you. What popular fish lives on every single continent except for Antarctica? If you guessed the trout, you are absolutely right. And this incredible global presence is a huge part of their story. So, to really understand them, we have to start with the absolute basics. What exactly is a trout? At its very core, a trout is a carnivorous freshwater fish. But here's the key detail. They belong to the Salmonidae family. That's right, they're incredibly close relatives of salmon, which, explains a lot of the similarities you might have noticed between them. And this brings up something people get confused about all the time. Trout versus salmon. Now, while they're in the same family, there are some pretty big differences. Trout tend to store less fat in their muscles, which gives their meat a really distinct taste and texture. And a major lifestyle difference? Well, a lot of trout live their entire lives in fresh water, but salmon are famous for those epic migrations out to the ocean and back again. So this brings us right back to that first question we asked. How in the world did a fish native to just a few parts of the globe end up, well, everywhere? Originally, believe it or not, trout were only native to the cool waters of North America and Northeast Asia. So how did they conquer the world? The answer is pretty simple. Humans. Because they are such a popular sport fish, people intentionally introduced them to waters all across the globe. Their ability to just adapt and thrive in these brand new environments is truly remarkable. Alright, so now that we know who they are and where they live, let's take a closer look at their life cycle and, how they spend their days. Out in the wild, a trout typically lives for about 4 to 6 years. But, and this is pretty amazing, under just the right conditions, some have been known to survive for an incredible 11 years. That's quite a long time for a fish of its size. So, what do they eat? Well, as carnivores, their diet is incredibly varied. Young trout mostly stick to aquatic insects, but as they get bigger, they'll eat just about anything they can fit in their mouths. We're talking crustaceans, worms, smaller fish, and even, get this, small land animals like mice if one is unlucky enough to fall into the water. What about their social structure, Do they have a leader? Not really. Trout are mostly solitary creatures. Instead of forming groups, they establish these dominance hierarchies, where the biggest, strongest, and most aggressive trout claims the prime real estate. That's the spot with the best food and the best shelter. Their reproduction process is absolutely fascinating. It all starts with the female, who uses her tail to dig a shallow nest in the river's gravel bed. This nest is called a redd. While she's working, interested males will perform a kind of mating dance to try and win her over. When she's ready, the chosen male swims up beside her and they release their eggs and milt at the exact same time. The female then carefully covers the newly fertilized eggs with gravel to keep them safe. And they really need that protection, because they lay a truly staggering number of eggs. A single female can lay up to 8,000 eggs in just one season. Now this isn't just random, it's a core survival strategy. They're basically playing the odds to ensure at least some of their offspring make it to adulthood. Okay, this brings us to a key part of the trout's existence. You see, they are both skilled hunters and a vital source of food for many, many other animals. As predators, trout are incredibly effective. A common sight is a trout breaking the surface to snatch up insects. By doing this, they play a critical role in controlling insect and small fish populations within their ecosystem. But the hunter is also the hunted. Trout are a primary food source for a huge range of animals. The list includes us, of course, but also larger fish, bears, birds of prey like eagles and herons, and even mammals like river otters and raccoons. And yeah, few predators are more formidable than the grizzly bear. This classic image of the food web highlights a really crucial point. Trout are like a vital bridge, transferring energy from the aquatic ecosystem to the land-based one by sustaining all this larger wildlife. Alright, to wrap things up, let's hit on a few surprising facts you probably didn't know about these amazing fish. Okay, let's do some rapid-fire facts. You ready? A group of trout is called a hover. Their nest, as mentioned, is called a redd. They can actually change their skin color to camouflage themselves, which is so cool. Before mating, a male develops a hooked jaw called a kype. And finally, get this, they have teeth on the roof of their mouth, but none on their lower jaw. So after covering everything from their family tree to their global travels, what do you find most surprising about the trout? Was it their complex mating ritual, their strange anatomy, or their ability to thrive almost anywhere? From a single stream to a worldwide presence, the trout story is a remarkable one of adaptation and survival. All right, that is it this video, everyone. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next video.